what does it do for the changing of the game, how we know it? And I'm talking about college football. I realize that Pete Carroll and Belichick are pro college. They are pro coaches, and Nick Saban is a college coach. But both of these, all three of these guys are in their 70s. At some point, it's going to be a changing of the guard. The world is changing, guys. If you don't see that we're at a pinnacle where the world is changing, with AI, computer science, software, and just where we are at, it is a changing of what we used to know to now what we are now learning. And I just believe that. And people love when things are not outside the box. You're comfortable, you're in your routine. We know every year it's going to be the Iron Bowl, the SEC Championship, Nick Saban, Kirby Smart. We look forward to this competition every year. And now things are going to be different. They'll never be the same again. But change is okay. Change is okay. You don't think many years ago when I don't know if the Bear retired or if he passed away. I don't remember. I do remember his legacy. And I know he's one of the first coaches in the SEC to, I'm not going to say he's the first, but I know he was one of them. Hey, let those boys play. Speaking on African American players. He wasn't the first, but he was one of the first in the SEC or in college, Power Five. I don't even know if they had Power Five per se back then. They might have had, because I know some of the conferences are old. But the Bear, he embraced the Asiatic athlete. And you had many people in Alabama, older of course, who didn't want Nick Saban to beat the Bear. They look at probably talk about people who were in their 80s or maybe Nick age. But they love the Bear. They love the Bear more than the governor. And they're probably happy that Nick Saban, even though Nick Saban numbers are better than the Bear around the board, he never beat the Bear when it came to numbers at Alabama. The Bear all 6 championships were with the University of Alabama. Nick Saban has 7. 6 with the University of Alabama and 1 at Louisiana State University. So from the Alabama perspective, they're tied. For some fans, I think Nick is better, was better. But some people love the Bear. The Bear forever. It's fine though. Okay. So now Alabama is in a crescendo. What's going on, Bama? They got this Kalen DeBoer guy. Shut up, Kalen. So do you? Well, let me go back. The Bear, 6 championships. And then Alabama went on whirlwind or hiatus. And who got Bama back to relevance? They went through a couple of coaches. I don't even know if they won one with what the guy's name was? Stallings. Did they win one with Gene? I don't know. I don't remember. But in comes this guy, Nick Saban. And let's just see Nick Saban, when did he get to Bama? Anybody know? Put it in the comments. Better hurry up before I beat you. I just want to see how long he was at Bama, man. 2007 is when he came to the University of Alabama, and he left at 2023. So that's what, 16 years? 16 years, 6 championships. Wow. And if you do the math, 6 will go into 13. How many times? Wait, hold up. 7. 7. Let's give him 17 years, because this is a 23. Okay, so 17 years, 6 championships. So 3 years didn't go by doing the math, because 3 times 6 is 18. He played there. He coached there 17 years. So 3 years, the math is like, oh, Bama going to get a chip. I mean, that's just the math. 6 chips in 17 years. We won't see a Nick Saban in our lifetime. Those of us who are middle-aged. I mean, I doubt it. He was just dominant. And with the transfer portal and the affairs of the NCAA, especially during football, college football not going to be the same. I think for a coach to even run the gauntlet like that. College football is in the essence free agency. These kids dream of playing for the Bulldogs, for the Crimson Tide, for the Seminoles, for the Gators, for the Tigers. As a child, high school, train hard, practice hard, all those years to make it to your dream school, to realize the grass ain't greener on the other side. I dreamed about playing for the Tigers. But now, I'm third on the depth chart. In Bucktussa, Alabama, I was the best running back in the division. One of the top in the state. But now, I'm at LSU. And they got what a name in front of me. I dreamed about playing for the Tigers all my life. And now I'm third or fourth on the depth chart. And I know I'm fine. I know I'm a dog. Decisions have to be made. Do we stay the course with the Tigers? Or do we put in for the transfer portal? I know I'm a dog. I know I'm supposed to be starred. But I got these guys in front of me, and they good too. But I know I'm supposed to be started somewhere. So these kids are leaving the school that they dreamed all of their life to play for, to go to another school who they probably never thought they played for playing time or money. That's it. These kids want playing time or the money. You dreamed all your life to play for the LSU Tigers, and you're here, and after 1 year, you want to transfer. It's a changing of the energy. The universe is changing. I don't know what to say to that guy. I mean, I thought I did. I thought it was like, hey, young man, you at LSU. Stay the course. Work hard. develop. Year 3, year 4, you get your shot. Go hard, declare for the draft, you made it to the league. I thought that was like the formula. Oh no. Hell nah. These kids don't want that. They want to play now. Coach, I want to play now. I don't want to wait. I'm sorry. I'm good enough to play D1 Power 5 somewhere right now. Ain't no waiting. So that kid from Bucktussle, I know I said Alabama. I meant to say Bucktussle, Louisiana. That kid from Bucktussle, Louisiana, who dreamed of playing for the Tigers all of his life. All the memorabilia in his room. Forte posters. And now he's playing for the Indiana Hoosiers. The Hoosiers? I thought that was a basketball team. You know what? They want to revitalize their football team, and they have a, what they call them? Trust. Hey, let's open up this trust and get these NI deals working. And that old boy who declared for the draft, who was third on the depth chart at LSU, let's put an offer into him. We're going to look out for him on the stifle. Shoot him something every quarter. Hell, every month. Get him old scat pack, some chains. We need that boy. So now, this kid from Bucktussle, Louisiana, who dreamed of playing for the Tigers as a child, is now playing for the Hoosiers. We are in a different time. We are in a changing of the guard. That would have never happened 10 years ago. Alabama had the blueprint. You go there, you play hard, you stay behind the guy who had now, boom. He goes to the NFL or the draft, your time up, boom. And that's why Bama replaced. We don't rewind, we replace. But with this NIL, those players who were good enough to start but were number twos, waiting their chance to play next year, they're out of there now. They're gone. I'm not waiting. And that makes me question. That's the part I have a problem with. Did you really want to play for this team? Or did you just really want to play? And I think moving forward, parents, ask your child, hey, do you want to play for the Georgia Bulldogs? Or do you want to play? And the reason I say that is if he wants to play, you need to put him where he's needed. So let's go back to the LSU Tiger fan. All his life, love the Tigers, come out of high school, his childhood dream school gives him an offer. He signs it. He commits. Year 1, third on the depth chart. He doesn't like it. Versus, hey, I'm a top recruit from Bucktussle, Louisiana. Let me see which D1 Power 5 program needs a running back. Because the difference is you just want to go to Louisiana State University. They didn't need a running back. That's where you want to go. But I think moving forward as parents, we have to advise our children. hey, with this new thing going, you might want to go where you're needed instead of where you want to go, because it seems like that's what's happening in the end anyway. And I'm not going to call out any athletes because I love these kids. I want them to excel. But I know for a fact in my hometown of Columbus, Georgia, we've had kids who've made it to their childhood dream school in the University of Georgia, certified Bulldogs. Guess what? They're not there anymore. The Bulldogs was not giving them whatever they wanted, whether it was more reps, more whatever. Hey, let me take my talents elsewhere. So on the back end, it seems like they went where they were needed, not necessarily where they wanted to go, because they wanted to be a Bulldog at one point in time, and they made it. But it was something that they wasn't getting from the Bulldogs that made them change their mind. But we can't be wasting time. So I think moving forward, we have to guide our children into thinking, hey, I know you love the Crimson Tide. You were born in Phoenix City, Alabama. You breathe Alabama. You love Alabama. But hey, you're playing slot, and they got 9 slot receivers, 4 stars. Let's maybe look at Auburn or Mississippi State and see how many slot receivers they got. We don't want to play for them. But if you waste a year, you go to Alabama, you're not getting the ball, you're not happy, and you transfer, then what? You wasted a whole year. Now, there's nothing wrong with going through experiences. You know what? I had to read that message. What are you doing, coach? But I'm just speaking my truth. I think that, and my kid, just speaking for my kid, a coach told me, 2 coaches, 5 years ago, my son, along with others in the graduating class of 2023, probably would have got D1 offers, Power 5 schools. But with the portal, that's not happening no more. They are not getting those offers no more because these Power 5 schools, they're going to the portal first. Why would I get a kid coming out of high school who's undersized probably, underweight probably, don't know the scheme, don't know the playbook? Why take a chance to develop that person when I could go straight to the portal, get me a boy who already ready? He done went through a year or 2 of college. He's done developed. He's done picked up 10 pounds. He's faster. He's bigger. He's stronger. He knows the system. Why wouldn't I get that player? He's ready. So now, with the college portal, it's made a ripple effect. To me, coaches, they like, hell, these kids ain't staying. These kids ain't loyal. They with this shit. Look at which Kalen DeBoer, Alabama's new coach. He went to the big dance with the Huskies, Pac-12. Even though they dissolved, he went to the Big 12. Went to the big dance with the Washington Huskies. Boom. Whatever qualities the University of Alabama saw in this guy, they were like, hey, that's our guy. Let's get him. So now, I love this shit, man. Look at it. 2 years ago, Kalen DeBoer was in your living room telling you why your son should play for Washington. I'm going to give him the best opportunity to make it to the league. He's a great offensive tackle. He's this, he's that. Now look, the person you believed in as a player, as a coach, he done hightailed to Bama. Left your boy in the wind. After making all those promises to your son. Now the coach is in another school. You see how it go? It can go either way. Transferring or getting another job can help the coach just like it helps the player. So now nobody has no loyalty. It's a me game. I'm getting more money. I'm getting more player time. So the way that the game is, or way the game used to be, is no longer like that. It's a game of I. Stats, wins, losses. But as a team sport, it had definitely took a hit. You probably have a few coaches, I'm sure, that's still with the old school. Hey, I'm going to develop my players. I'm not finna be no heavy recruiting out the portal. And they have maybe a more tighter unit. I can see it being more tighter if you're with these kids 3 and 4 years versus 1 or 2. But still, unless that coach has a bowl of talent to pick from, he's limited. With that philosophy right there, whoever I recruit from high school, I'm gonna develop those players. I might get about the portal. That coach is gonna be more harder pressed than that coach who maybe might have like a hybrid style. You know what? I'm gonna keep these players I got, but I do need me another running back and a slot receiver. So let me go see what the portal has to offer versus somebody saying, well, I'm going to develop a slot receiver. I'm going to develop a running back. Suppose by the time you develop your slot receiver and your running back, your offensive tackle and your guard has went to the draft or went on to other things. Now you got to develop another you know what I'm saying? So I can see it both ways. But it's a free-for-all. Everybody's about I. And there's no I in team. So we're at a place where the world is changing right in front of our eyes, and we have to embrace it. College football will no longer be the same as it was. Will it be apple and oranges different? I don't think so. I think unless it's an anomaly, just teams being dominant like Georgia was or Alabama was, I think that's going to be a thing of the past. I don't think students are going to be around at a program long enough to even have a dynasty. And I think in college, is it 2 or 3? I know in the NBA it's one and done. These kids go 1 year of college in the NBA and they're in the league. And I bet you college will take a similar turn. Watch what I say. It's going to drop lower. It's going to be like, you know what? Why even let them play 3 years? He's 18. Why get him at 22 when I can get him at 19? This is going to drop. They're going to drop that 3-year requirement for college players, and they're going to start letting them in the league. It's going to be a direct effect. Watch what I say. Times are changing. So parents, if you do have a child that's preparing to play football at the highest level, make sure you advise them to go where they are needed. It would be a great thing if they need that tight end and just so happens it's the favorite school of your child, albeit go there. But if they got 3 5-star tight ends and your son's a 3-star and a high school recruit, he might not want to go to that program that has those other players. You might want to do your research, reach out to some of the recruiters and find out, hey, you know what? We love Georgia, but they loaded. Let's check out Georgia Tech or Vanderbilt or Tennessee and if you can't find nothing in the conference, then you go a little bit further. But find the place for you or you will be transferring. I guarantee the players of the caliber who I personally know from my area, great kids, great athletes, I know that they want to go to those schools that they were at. They made it. I stayed hard. I stayed down. I wanted to go to Georgia. I went to Georgia. I'm going to try to get these guys on an interview. I want to interview both of them. I don't know what kind of blocker or, because I know one has been on the podcast. Shout out to Jackson Meeks. I seen you, buddy. You did a great job. What you want to CGYSports Bro versus Bro podcast? We have to get these stories out there, athletes. They have to hear your story so the people behind you know how to maneuver. Let them learn from your stories, from your journey. Okay? Times are changing. Guys, let me know what you think. A coach is an authority figure, like your boss or your principal. Nick Saban can never be replaced. He will be truly missed. But hopefully, this next guy can continue Bama excellence. So that's it, guys. We are at a crossroads in life. Things are changing right in front of our face. Embrace it. This is what it is now. It will never go back to how it used to be. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. This is CGY Sports Live. And we're talking coaches. We'll be back later on the air, guys, to discuss the NFL Wild Card Championships going down today. Now, I think that the Chiefs are playing the Dolphins, and it's supposed to be super cold, snow, windy. The Dolphins don't have a chance. So, easy money is the bet on the Chiefs today. If you're playing fantasy football, go with the Chiefs. It's going to be a slaughter, man. Miami's out of there. I feel sorry for two of them, man. I was really rooting for them boys, Waddle. But it's not going to happen in those winter snowstorm. Nah. Them boys used to them 70s and 80s. They ain't used to no freezing temperatures. I can't see them performing on the level that they want to play on today. So watch that game. All right, guys. Once again, this is CGY Sports Live, Saturday morning. And are you prepared to move on with how things used to be? These new coaches, they interactive. These coaches who are in their early 40s, late 30s, they are interactive. They know how to use the social media, I love how Lane Kiffin, he is the king troller. They is pulling people over left and right. So I'm looking at Buena Vista Road, Columbus, Georgia. So I have like a big window in front of me, and I've been out here talking to you guys for like what does it say? 30 minutes. 30 minutes, and over 30 minutes, I've seen they are lighting folks up on Buena Vista Road. I've seen like 4 cars get pulled over in the last 30 minutes, right in front of my face. So wherever they are, they ain't bull crapping. But let me know, Columbus, are you ready for change when it comes to college football? And what do you think changes could be made to make the portal and college football flow more effectively? Put it in the comments. All right, guys, and that's it for today. Columbus Live with the GOAT.